captain now.
That was good work.
Thank you. What you don't see, fair listener, is that there's very important things happening in the computers behind me, and I'm in full control today.
One mouse, 2 screens, and an extra button.
I've got upgraded.
We're up in the video quality.
I've also been promoted to double mouse clicker.
Senior producer.
Senior producer.
Is that an age joke?
Yes.
You know what? Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Gentlemen, we're going to start off this podcast, as we always do, with the delicious debate for our friends at Wendy's. Tyler, you think of your question real hard while I read this plug, okay? You thinking?
I'm so ready.
Every all-star needs a sidekick to support them, just like every Wendy's meal needs a 6-piece of nuggos. Come on. Right now, Wendy's is teaming up with Daily Face-Off Fantasy to bring you weekly prizes like free nuggets, burgers, and more. So if you think you're an expert in all things hockey, expert, not export. If you think you're an expert in all things hockey, prove it. And if you aren't already, start adding a 6-piece to your Wendy's order for just $3.49. It's the dynamic duo even you never saw coming. Sign up for a Daily Face-Off Survivor today at dailyfaceoffsurvivor.com, sponsored by Wendy's and the Wendy's app. Mr. Ramchuk.
Yeah, I'm out after day 1 of the Wendy's Daily Face-Off Survivor Pool again.
I'm alive.
What'd you pick?
Alex Tuck.
Did he tuck for
a
you?
point.
A what?
Point.
A point. That is point in French,
Well,
Tyler.
kind of.
He got one of those because he scored a goal.
Did you hear I started Oilers Nation every day today by speaking in French?
What'd you say?
I said, big game for the Oilers. Let's get into it with the lead, but I said it in French.
What'd you say? Go ahead. Let's
Give
get
me
our...
one second.
Oh,
You gotta read it?
Yeah.
He has to read this next part verbatim.
Even you go to Google Translate and had to speak it out for you?
No, you gotta find
says
out.
Google
You gotta
Map
find
Translate.
out the way that he actually did figure this all out. It's amazing.
So I actually had Amber, who speaks fluent French,
Yes.
send me a voice recording of her saying it just to make sure I got it.
And how close is it if we play Google Translate?
So it's gross match pour les Petro Oilers. Allons-y avec le leader.
And is that how Amber said it?
Pretty close.
Dead ringer, I imagine.
Allons-y avec le leader.
Wow.
That was
How do we do that?
I don't know. That scared the
Wow.
shit out of me.
our studio just yelled at us.
Could you hear that on the broadcast, dear listeners?
Oh, it looks
They
like
heard in
it.
another room.
It looks like. Can you do that again?
Yeah.
Press the button.
Yeah.
No, keep the volume up.
Gros match pour les pétroliers.
Oh, yeah.
Allons-y avec le leader.
There you
loud
go.
as my
There,
ears.
there you go. So now we can play sound effects out of Tyler's computer.
People have been
That come through the TV behind me.
clamoring for more
How do I
international
get
content.
to be connected to the TV? That's
It's
what I want.
because I put the Oilers Nation radio screen up.
I feel like I should be connected to the TV with important sound effects.
I feel like actually all of our sound would be better coming out of the TV.
Yeah, now that you
Because
mention
I've got a little dinky headphones over here.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening today.
Anyway, delicious debate for our friends
yeah.
at Wendy's. Go sign up at dailyfaceoffsurvivor.com. And you too could be on day 2, just like Liam.
Yeah, today's was tough. There's some the options are, quite frankly, weird.
How so?
Well, there's a Joel Furby goal, which shockingly
Obvious.
0% of people went for.
Why?
Another option is Anaheim Ducks power play goal. There's also Matthew Knives point, and then there's like Buffalo over 33.5 shots. Like the only ones that are really standing out to me, I took Kucherov over 1.5. Eichel assist is one. Kopitar assist. I went with Kopitar, but only 7% of people went for that one, which I thought was weird.
Dailyfaceoffsurvivor.com. You too can play against Liam and have your chance to win delicious prizes like the $3.49 nuggos, Tyler.
All right, delicious debate. Right now, if the playoffs started today, the Oilers would be playing the LA Kings. Of course, the Golden Knights have the same amount of points as the Kings, so there's a very realistic chance the Golden Knights could jump into that spot and the Oilers play Vegas. There is still a non-zero chance that the Oilers end up passing the Vancouver Canucks, which of course would then mean the Oilers jump in front of Vancouver and they would play a wildcard team, potentially Nashville.
Did they not just announce that Vancouver's goaltender is pretty much out for the regular season?
Really?
Did they?
They
Who
said they're
said
gonna they're taking
will
it very
Google.
they're taking it very slowly. Yes, they're not rushing it. So it's There's a chance that
He's listed as week to week currently.
Oh, that's not promising.
see
Week to week could be anything.
Could be
Could be a
anything.
week, could be a month.
Aren't we all kind of week to week?
for the
I
most
would
part.
argue day to
Among
day.
us.
So anyways,
Hour to hour sometimes.
there is still a chance the Oilers could play the Kings, Golden Knights, or Predators in round 1 of the playoffs. The delicious debate, which one of those three is the best matchup?
I would like to see the Oilers beat the Kings for a third straight time. It's very fun to me. I enjoy watching them lose. And then I enjoy watching Drew Doughty talk about being sad when they lose.
To me, I'm all about picking who the weakest link is. And there's one team in that mix with 39 wins. There's one with 36, and there's one with 34. Give me the team with 34. It's the LA Kings. Their goaltending, I think, will be stinky. Like UC Saros, the Preds probably
And
won't.
you just want to go back and get some of them delicious tater tots.
Ooh, that's also a little bit of a motivating factor.
See?
Or we go back out to the beach, have our guac and rosé on the day off.
Lovely.
Sounds fun. But no, like LA doesn't have the goaltending. I think their blue line is fine, but the Oilers can beat it. And their forward group, again, is good, but not as good as the Oilers. So I look at Nashville and I get a little nervous because I'm like, they're playing great hockey right now.
And Saros.
Andrew Burnett is a hell of a coach. And Saros. That's it for me. And Yossi, that's a guy who can shut down Connor McDavid. So I would like to play the Kings.
We have the mayor.
Hey,
on our
listen,
team.
they would still be the favorites. I'd still pick them to win against Nashville. I just think they'd have an easier time against the Kings this year.
I like the word easy.
If you're listening to this and you want to chime in on the delicious debate for our friends at Wendy's, hit us up on Radio Podcast, Twitter, and Instagram, or all of our socials. I want everybody tagged. Everybody tagged properly. And tag all 5 of us in the order by which you like the host most to least.
Oh, ruthless.
You know? Start ranking us.
Yeah.
that's a
Oh,
good
don't
idea.
do that.
But yeah, I like that. I was going to say, but maybe down the road we can do that, but you don't tell us what the ranking is. We have to guess what the ranking is. Could be anything.
Or you can just say, I like
Style.
these people least to most rank.
And then in 5 continuous threads, explain why.
Don't do any of this.
I believe that would be one thread but 5 tweets.
I think it'd be great.
Kyle doesn't want to hear your feedback, listeners.
Well, I know I'm 5th, so like, just for my own mental health, like, don't do it.
Just don't read it. Don't read the comments.
I read the comments. Sometimes it's fun.
It's like whenever Waz comes in and he's always like, you guys won't believe what someone was saying in the TikTok comments.
So you wouldn't. I would never look.
It's like, Waz, I just don't look. How about that?
It's terrifying in there.
Yep. Have you ever popped into the Facebook comments?
No.
Try.
Sometimes
Check in
my-
hockey fights, comments, anytime, all day, every day.
Facebook is wild.
Facebook is its own universe, man. Those people, like,
It's what's crazy about Facebook is that your face and all of your personal information
all
is
there.
available.
Gang's
And
all
we know
there.
who you are.
It's not Dave168593112C. It's Tyler Yaremchuk spitting his vitriol about Matthias Janmark.
I just remember when CBC did Hockey Night in Canada did a piece on us wearing shorts and eating beets and all that, and all the comments about me and my shorts in the comments on CBC. It was
Facebook didn't like
incredible. Facebook was insane.
yeah.
Facebook was deranged about me wearing shorts. In
We
the
thought we
winter.
were just having fun content.
So, who were,
You were upsetting people, and you deserve to know why.
Yeah.
So who were our picks? BM and I said LA. Dan said Vegas. Rick said Nashville. Who'd you say?
Oh, I
Liam?
said LA as well.
Oh, so 3-1-1 in favor of LA. Interesting.
There you go. There you have it. Tyler,
Let me guess.
could you afford me the opportunity to read this verbatim?
Do it up.
For a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the promo code NATION25. That is 25% off up to a $10 value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter the promo code NATION25. Don't forget, code NATION25 for 25% off your first order with DoorDash. Offer valid in Canada, subject to change. Terms do apply. We are playing Who Delivered. Going to start with all of you, except me. I'm first. Who delivered? My boy Tyler Yaremchuk. On Friday, I gave him an honorary Hot Performer of the Week.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knew why, but I did,
on that.
and Tyler did. Because what'd you do, Tyler? You went out and popped a big question.
Yeah.
You went and asked Amber if she wanted to supersize her order.
Yeah. Ask her if she.
Supersize her order of Tyler Yaremchuk for a lifetime deal.
Yeah, we agreed to terms. That's always
Got
an
the
exciting
agents
one.
involved?
Yeah, agents involved. Really hammered it out over the course of the week and got the deal done on
I'm
Friday.
still holding out for future considerations.
Yeah, future considerations kick up.
Yeah, it's
Signed
no
on the
salary retained.
Signed on the dotted line?
No, thank you. Yeah, Amber gets the Hot Performer. I had the easy part. She has to agree to spend the rest of her life with me, which is a difficult thing to do, but she's come to terms with it, and we're good to go.
Who delivered for me? Tyler did. He did a very adult thing.
Yeah, shout
Proud
out
of
Charm
you.
Diamond Center as well.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a great weekend of celebrating. If you want to hear more about it, real life, we did a full breakdown. Shout out to Charm.
Nation Dan, you're up. Our friends at DoorDash, who delivered for you?
I'm just going to give it to Vinny Desharnais. That fight with Josh Manson was exciting, and I liked to see it. That was a great game. A lot of fun from both sides, but Desharnais for fighting Josh Manson gets my delivery.
Lehman, what say you? Who delivered for you?
Stuart Skinner delivered for me.
Ooh.
Thought he was very good against Colorado on Saturday.
Was.
And I also thought Gorgiev was very good for Colorado on Saturday, too.
Also
I
was.
think both goaltenders had great games. So, yeah, I'll give a majority to Stu, but a slight acknowledgement to Gorgiev, too.
I saw a clip of Frank Saravalli
Oh, ridiculous.
saying that the Colorado Avalanche outclassed the Oilers in almost every way on Saturday.
I'd have to.
And I was curious about your thoughts.
I'd have to differ.
I think he's wrong. I think the Oilers and Colorado went toe-to-toe. I think it's obvious.
One breakaway goal, and all of a sudden that doesn't go to
Evan Kane
overtime.
at the crossbar.
Yeah, we had a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people want to sit there and look at defensively and like this, that, and the other thing, but we're not a defensive team. We're built off offenses. You have to live and die with your offensive team like this and just hope that your defense will do enough to get past. And unfortunately, the offense needs to score about 3 goals a game. Ask the defense to hold them to 2 and under, and we weren't able to score that third goal.
And the thing is, too, like, McDavid didn't score in that game, and neither did Draisaitl. Like, the others got depth scoring, and Colorado had to rely on that as well, right? So, well, with just one guy, I guess.
Totally outclassed. If they met in a playoff series,
4-0.
road
4 in a
3-0.
row?
League would step in after 3 and be like, nope, we're not playing
White
4.
flag.
Yeah.
I think Colorado's obviously a great team, but they don't scare me as much as they have in years past.
There was a 10 p.m. start for Frank, so maybe it was into a couple of the
Maybe you didn't watch it all.
bevies.
Or he was snoozing. Big man.
Just watch
nappy.
the highlights.
Happens.
Yeah.
He's far too young to be sleeping that early.
Well, he's a nappy guy, I think.
10 p.m. is a bedtime. I ain't no nappy time.
Well, sometimes, like, if you put the insider cam on and you just leave it on Frank all the time, at about 10 p.m., you see him circling the room like a dog, and he starts, like, spinning around and making a little bed, and then he
Yeah,
nestles
I
in
see.
and goes to sleep.
That's fair.
It's adorable. Big man down.
Big window.
Anybody else? Any other thoughts? The Oilers get outclassed by Colorado?
Yeah, I think
Definitely
it's
not
just wrong.
outclassed.
I think Colorado's real good, and that would be a very hard team to beat over a 7-game series. But
So the others are a hard team
the
to beat,
Oilers
too.
are hard team to
Exactly.
beat too. There's 6 teams in the West
That thing
that are hard
damn
teams to
near
beat.
went down to a shootout. You can't get any more sliced down the middle than that.
That's why I wasn't as upset as some people were with that goal going in at the end.
It's frustrating.
Like, obviously, it sucked, and you want to
Yep.
see it kind of go as far, and you can live with a shootout loss, but it's like, it was basically going to a coin flip anyway.
Yep.
So what does it matter? You know?
Tyler, for our friends at DoorDash, who delivered for you?
I did this on Owen every day, and I'll say it again here. It's a bit of a weird one because he didn't score and didn't get that production, which ultimately could have won the game for the Oilers. But I'm still giving it to Connor McDavid because he was flying on Saturday. I feel like point streak and all that aside, and again, it's weird because he didn't produce, but I feel like that might have been the best game we've seen from McDavid in terms of being like a dominant force. And like when he was on the ice, you were kind of holding your breath every single time. He was rushing, he was making plays, he was cutting through defensemen. I'm going to give it to Connor McDavid. While he didn't deliver on the stat sheet, I thought he delivered in the way he drove play that game.
Rick, who you got? Who delivered for you?
I'm going to give it to that line of Carrick, Perry, and Janmark. I think they've been high quality once we put them together. Carrick gets his first one as an Oiler. Janmark with just another quality point. You know, people were trying to not rag on him too much, but looking at replace him early in the season. And I think he got his opportunity in the top 6 and not a place for him to play regularly, but found some offensive confidence and has been playing well ever since. And Corey Perry has been bang on since he got here.
He's everything that I expected him to be. 38-year-old Corey Perry.
How stupid is it that Corey Perry can kick the puck like that behind the net, but when you go to kick it in the net, it doesn't count?
No, it makes sense to me.
No, it makes sense, but I also think he's just stupid. Like, there should be the rule that Tyler always says, is that as long as your blade is on the ice, it should count as a goal.
Well, you can't kick with your blade on the ice.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Sure
You can nudge.
You give it a little.
But it
turn.
would remove any sort of the debate
like
of
Zach Hyman's goal would have counted in.
But
this scenario.
that's almost the rule, anyways. Because I know that we're going to get down to the nitty gritty here, but a kicking motion has to be a follow through, and a follow through means your blade leaves the ice. So same thing.
To me, keeping your foot on the ice would have Zach Hyman's goal would have counted in my NHL.
Yeah, his foot's on the ice. And you just, if there was a puck on the ground right now, Rick,
Yep.
you could look. You could
Tyler's
kick it without
kicking.
your foot.
Mm.
That would be a kicking motion. My foot's on the ice all the time, and I'm going to shock you.
Okay, but now you got to kick it with the side of your foot because the NHL. Yeah, that's just the way you're going to kick, right? But now put the blade on. It doesn't slide like your shoe does. It's going to catch so you need to
You
kick.
just gotta roll the edge over, baby. You kick that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come
Rick.
on, man.
I don't know. I just think it's dumb how like a player can flip his ass from behind, twerk the puck into the net, chest bump the puck into the net.
Mama.
Yep.
Hey,
You can't kick it in. But you can
I
kick
would like
everywhere
to
else.
see more NHL players trying to bicycle kick pucks in.
See,
I've
but
yet
that's
to
where
see
it get
one.
dangerous.
Ah.
Is that's why you need to keep the foot on the ice.
they got the
Damn
neck
it.
guards now and the half visors. You're pretty good.
Can you imagine?
We can lose a tooth. You'll be
Lobs
fine.
one up and Hyman just bicycling.
You go Hyman.
Man.
I'm going Leon for that.
Find me a better goal than that. Electric.
It would be on every highlight reel.
We're bringing
Forever.
in.
Forever.
You think Zlatan can skate? Liam?
Yep.
Zlatan can do anything.
Yeah, he could probably skate, right? We'll get him on the right wing.
Yeah.
Name a better
A
soccer
couple
player
bicycle
than
kick
Zlatan.
goals.
Name it better.
You can't.
Wayne Rooney,
No, you can't.
David Beckham.
No, you can't.
Any Englishman to ever play the
Sorry,
game.
he's
Don't
all
get me
wrong.
started on him.
He's all wrong.
Jesus.
Best Frenchman, best soccer player.
He's Swedish.
Mbappe.
I just assumed if you didn't like him that he was French.
Best player ever to play for England soccer is Owen Hargreaves.
Good pull, Rick.
Thank you.
The Canadian gone Brit.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He's from Calgary.
Double
I
He
think.
was, yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
he's actually from Calgary, so I can understand why he'd turn his back on the country. That's kind of that's kind of what you expect from down there.
I thought it was
I think.
Graham Little.
I mean, let's face it. One of their best players ever in their organization, the Flames. Same thing. Where was he born? 14. Short little guy. He's born in Canada. Who did he? He played. Oh, it was Brett Hall was.
fuck
Never
are
mind.
you
Brett Hall.
talking- Are you
I was thinking. No, I was thinking Theron Fleury. I was thinking Theron Fleury did the Brett Hall thing. Brett Hall was born in
I thought you
Canada.
were talking about Jerome McGinley being from Edmonton.
No, see,
St. Albert.
Sorry.
Brett Hall was
forget
born
about
in
those
Canada, but
suburbs.
chose to play for Team USA because he couldn't make the World Junior Team for Canada.
do you want to go to
Oh.
Jerome McGinley's childhood home? I'll take you there right now.
I go to their rink all the time.
All right,
I'm assuming that's his home.
it's right there. The other thing that came out of Saturday's loss to the Colorado Avalanche, our boy Vinny, a little bit of an injury, twisted his hand, is what he said.
Broken by bag milk.
I did it.
He didn't break.
He
his-
broke the hand?
Yeah.
I did it.
right after the game.
Vinny and I swore off, and I said, "Please don't hurt me, sir." And he punched me while I was groveling. He broke his finger, allegedly. in
You
my
grabbed
opinion.
the finger and wouldn't let go.
I
That's
bit it.
why. Yeah.
I bit it real
I
hard.
get it. I understand.
Broke it. So anyway, Vinny is not playing tonight, though it doesn't seem like he's going to be out very long.
All the reports have said that he was moving the puck very well yesterday. And then he came out and said he felt fine. So, I mean, obviously he's going to say he feels fine. But the thing that I saw more was like guys were out there watching the practice saying he's moving the puck very well. They don't really notice anything different. He's
You got to
shooting
tape
it
that
fine.
baby up, right?
Yeah, like
I'd assume so.
if it was a playoff game tonight,
He's playing.
He probably
plays.
play.
But I think this is just such an easy chance with the amount of games you play, with the fact you have Stetcher here and you want to get him comfortable. Put Stetcher in for this one. It's against a team that's out of the playoffs. You can hopefully win it anyways.
It's a little too bad, though, because it would have been game 100 for Vinny against the Canadians.
That's the
Ah,
thing.
that
That's what I'm
sucks.
looking at.
Didn't
Yeah,
know
but
that.
I mean, whatever.
I'm not getting too upset about it.
I'm
Don't
not
get me
too
wrong.
upset about it. He's going to get his 100th game the next game. It's just, hometown thing. It's kind of a nice little detail.
That would have been a cool little spot.
You know?
That's okay. We'll live.
Mm-hmm. Most importantly, we just need the Oilers to do their thing because that barn's going to be half full of red tonight, and I don't like it.
Yep.
I don't like it.
It's understandable.
You know what's the
Fake
weird part?
fans.
It's the same thing as when Toronto's here. Not all of them are just Habs fans.
No, those
big
Habs
chunk of
jerseys
those
have a lot
people-
of dust on them because they get broken out once a year. And then the
That's
people's like, I'm a Habs fan today. Tomorrow we play Thursday we play Buffalo, and
Oilers
that
jersey
person
back on.
is an Oilers fan. Comes the Buffalo game.
You don't
Rest
think
easy.
that-
Canadians fans are all dying.
That's what I've
That
heard.
is true.
You
Yeah.
don't
Ooh,
think
did
they
you tell
pull
that to the
out
Habs fan TV
I
guys?
didn't. I will after
They
this.
might like to know.
So, Vinny day to day, whatever you call him.
That's Desharnais. Sorry. Thank you. You like that?
That's fucking hilarious.
Thank
You
Hey, is Vinny day to day?
No, it's Desharnais.
Before we get to Dan's 3v3 game for the week, Elliot Friedman was talking about the Oilers, and I quote, "The Oilers took a hard look at Sean Walker but decided not to get him," which is hilarious given that he scored his first 2 goals as an Avalanche on Saturday while Cody Ceci was on the ice.
Sean Walker scored his 7th and 8th goals of the season. Sam Carrick scored his 9th.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I know there's a lot of people going to be saying, "Oh, we should have got about it." There's no guarantee he's going to score 2 for us that game. There's no
Maybe.
guarantee he's going to score any for us. Good on him to get a couple. And if you've watched your Oilers long enough, these things happen to us. It's usually a guy who hasn't played in the NHL before, who's played 1,000 games and has 0 goals, and he comes out and scores 2 against us. It's a goaltender who's 12 years old. He's getting his first try. He's making 63 saves for a shutout. These things happen against us all the time.
Can I say something?
No.
Please.
No.
I think the deadline conversation just kind of has to die
Because
We-
it's over?
because it's done. There is no.
That's fair.
Hold on.
There's nothing that's
Hold
going
on.
to change now. I know but it's like this
But
talk.
like
is
guys
like-
got traded like 3 days ago, Liam.
That is true. We could still make trades if we ever wanted Jameson Reese. He was available. The Oilers tried to get Tanev. It didn't work.
Mm.
Sean Walker doesn't fit the style the Oilers play, whether you like it or not.
I
They-
did, to be fair, I watched that game. He jumps up in the rush every single shift.
Yeah.
And I was just envisioning 2-on-1s where Nurse and Walker are both up in the rush, and it's like Henrique trying to defend it coming back. That
Yeah,
just
we
sounds-
just wouldn't have
need a
worked.
guy we needed a guy who's going to be very solid in our
Also,
own
he goes
end.
by Scene. You know?
Yeah, weird.
Fair.
There's the whole Tyler Toffoli thing. I would have loved him. The Oilers would have had to get a third party to retain him. We can say, like, well, they should have just done that. That didn't even happen for Winnipeg. Winnipeg didn't make that happen. So there's no proof to show that this
Because
was
Winnipeg
going to
didn't
happen.
have to make it happen.
But it didn't happen. So it's just like, you can't just live in these what ifs. This is what's happened. Sean
No,
Walker
I think
scored
it's a fair
2 goals.
criticism to say they needed one more move.
I think they did too. But I don't think we can just bet, well, the Oilers should have done this trade because this team did it. The Oilers should have got Tanev because Dallas got a 2nd-round pick for him. It's like, Calgary didn't want to make that damn trade. The Colorado Avalanche had to trade a 1st-round pick and Ryan Johansson to get Sean Walker on the Bucks. It's just like that trade specifically just didn't really add up to him. So there you go. I'm done talking for the show now. You guys can carry on.
I was just reading Elliot Friedman's headline here.
Well, what does he know?
Nothing.
Evidently. Get me on 32 thoughts.
he connected
I got
into
a few of
something?
them.
I would definitely
I'd
subscribe
listen.
to that first 32 Thoughts by Liam Horban.
Like
There'd be
Lehman
no
sitting in
insight.
on 32 Thoughts, and all of a sudden it's like, listen here, Friedman.
What
I
do
got
you
something
know?
To say.
I'm tired of talking about the trade deadline, Elliot. I'm done with this.
Nationgear.ca. That's where I want you to go. That's where I want you to direct your browser. And then I want you to click on the Robin Brownlee auction. 'Cause that is up and that is live. This week's experience is to hang out with the boys from Oilers Nation every day. They're sitting right here. I'm staring at them. Spend the day with the Oilers Nation Everyday crew. Tour the studio. Meet the crew, including Tyler, Liam, Aaron, Waz, and Jay.
Is Waz on this Nation every day?
Cut a clip or 2 for you.
He just he threw his name in there.
And so you
I'm
get
not
to-
done.
Oh, okay.
Watch the show live in studio and spend the
Where?
afternoon
No, never mind. Sorry.
on the couch right next to Lehman.
Over there.
He's
Well,
going to
if
be on
Waz
the
is
couch
in there
next to
too, we're
Lehman.
going to have no room.
Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest. If you win this as a solo person, you can sit on the couch right next to Liam the whole show.
But if Jay's there too, he's going to be sat between me, Jay, and
We'll do it on a non-game day.
Waz.
We'll do it on a
But
non-game
we're
day.
advertising Jay's there.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jay
that's
could
okay.
be
He's here in the building.
But
Waz-
that's
afternoon
Waz can-
hanging out with the crew. Come
Waz
on.
can get an extra stool on the side, and then the 3 of you guys.
If you win this,
We've done 3 on the couch
I'm
before.
telling you right now, you are not just coming. You are on the show that day.
You are the
Yeah, oh,
meat
yeah, they can
in
be
the
on the
couch
show.
sandwich.
well, it's an experience.
producing.
Yeah, you're on the show, and Jay also said we'll buy you lunch at Dog Patch after.
I recommend the French onion soup and the bread bowl.
Where do I bid? Free lunch? I got a bid for it though.
So you get to have lunch with us, and you
Whoa.
get to be on an episode of Oilers Nation every day. That is my promise to you, because that is how committed I am to getting this bid up for our pal Robin
With
Brownlee
Waz.
Stanley.
And the lunch.
And the lunch.
Waz will sit on your lap.
Which
Waz
Jay is
will
paying
come.
for.
I was going to say, you guys like splitting it?
No, Jay.
No,
will pay.
no.
We'll take that
Everybody
burger on
will be
4
paying
tabs,
a
please.
third of your lunch bill.
Yeah.
Well, if Waz is in the mix, 25% a pop.
All right, 25%. Check the math. 4 divided by yep, works. $525 is the current bid. Still
Current
3
bid is
days.
$525. What?
Why are you yelling at me?
That's a lot.
Who was winning?
I'm reporting the news. I'm not the. You guys are fucking Huey Lewis in this situation. I'm just reporting the news.
We're messing with you. Sorry.
525.
Nationgear.ca. That'll cover half your lunch, probably. I don't know.
How many people have bid?
I don't know. Doesn't tell me. I just got a running
Four
total.
people have bid. What did it start at?
$6.
Oh, I guarantee you I know who that is.
With those initials? How
Where
could
can
you
I
be
see?
so
Is
sure?
that right on here?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
go on Nation Game and scroll down one.
He's the biggest bid right now. Yeah, he can absolutely be on the show.
I don't see this. Who is it?
Bid twice.
Who would be?
Is it just the same people bid? Is that
The
my
value
mom?
on this show is, you guys will like this. It says priceless. That's the value of hanging out with Waz
Kind of is.
as the host of Oilers Nation every day.
What?
We actually had a value in there, and then we added Waz to the prize.
But he's
and we
not
made it
on
priceless.
this one. It
Waz can explain
says,
how he uses 3 towels per shower.
tour the studio, meet the crew, including Tyler, Liam, Aaron, and Jay. So confusing.
All right, well,
Waz
So,
is the bonus.
Waz
He's
is now on the
the
show.
cherry on the Sunday. Noted co-host Waz.
yeah.
Nationgear.ca. Bid on it. Oh, there's where I see. Oh, you guys can figure out.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I know
top
who the
3 are
leading bid is.
easy.
Top 3? I
Yeah.
only got the one.
Oh,
Well,
top.
the first and third are the same.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
and
2
third are
is
the same.
easy.
2's easy. Yep.
I'm struggling with the
yeah,
third
two,
one.
Yeah, I know who 2 is now.
Who is it? Can you whisper it?
Louder. Whisper it louder, please.
Nationgear.ca. Go bid on the Oilers Nation Everyday Experience. You got 3 days as we're recording this on Tuesday. Nation Dan, over to you for another round of 3v3.
Thanks.
Oh, yes.
Bagged Milk, after our smash hit round last week of Capital Cities went viral, decided to continue the theme. Decided to continue the theme this week. We're going to take our opponent tonight, the Canadiens, and extrapolate on that. So we're going to be picking 3 pieces of non-hockey related Canadiana. So Canadiana is defined, Liam, as a term to describe things, examples, books, historical documents, works of art, music, artifacts, ideas, or activities that concern or are distinctive of Canada, its people, and or its culture. So we'll be drafting 3 of those. And then also our bonus is we'll be drafting 1 French word each.
Jesus.
And so
Tabarnak!
so the
This is
listeners
mine.
will be voting on those options, and you'll let us know who you thought won.
I gave away my word.
This week, I created the draft order while we were sitting here listening, using the randomizer online. And Tyler, you are in the number 1 pick spot, followed by Liam, Bag Milk, myself, and Rick this week. So Tyler,
Back to
Liam,
back.
Bag Milk, myself, and then Rick.
There are
Picking
a lot of-
Canadiana and French words. Go ahead,
A
Tyler.
lot of
Okay.
good Canadian things.
A lot of good Canadian things. There's no way this one gets back to me, so I'm going to go 1.1, the Caesar.
Okay.
You don't even
So-
like Caesars.
Well, I like him on my team.
Why would you draft
So
that?
I can't pick a person, right?
You can pick a person, yeah, just not
Sure.
hockey related.
Pick
Oh,
Trudeau.
son of a gun.
Non-hockey related.
Trudeau, as if.
Liam, you're up next.
That'd fire up the listeners.
Okay. I'll go with a food item. Poutine.
Oh, nice.
Poutine off
Very
the
nice.
board.
Ooh, I think he's going to lose votes because he didn't say it, quote unquote,
Yeah,
correctly.
I'd like to see Putin, please.
Oh, I'll say it correctly. Cheese and fries with gravy, please.
Bag Milk, you're
Any other
next.
country in the world.
You're being a real dick.
You're not even from this country.
Cheese curds, by the way, not just cheese.
Sorry, I'm uncultured apparently. Unbelievable.
My
Let's wait till I
word,
get to my French word.
my word is tabarnak.
Bag Milk is going to
Off the
drag
board.
Tabernac. We had the gentleman from Habs TV in explaining to us earlier today that there really is no equivalent for the F word in the French language, but that's as close as it's going to get.
Thank you.
So Bag Milk drafting Tabernac. Myself, I'm up next, and I'm gonna draft the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm gonna draft the Toronto Blue Jays as a part of my Canadiana. And then I'm going to go over to Rick for 2 picks in a row with the Canadiana and French word draft.
All right, so I don't know how some of these have to go quick. I'm going to start off with the French one.
Okay, French word.
Hey, boo!
Les Bleus, which is, of course, goal in French.
Yeah.
Seeing Liam and Tyler look at you was my favorite part of that one.
Okay, perfect. So, Rick, you've drafted the French word Les Bleus and your Canadiana pick.
Let's go with Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, nice.
Trailer Park
Very
Boys.
nice. Very, very
On the
nice.
board. Swinging back to me, I am going to grab, in the same theme, Letterkenny. I'm going to grab Letterkenny off the board. So, Bagged Milk, you are back on the clock.
I'm going Jonavision.
Jonavision, nice.
Jonavision.
Friend of the show,
Friend of everyone, Jonathan Torrance.
Jonathan Torrance.
Greatest post-school show in history.
Pretty darn good, right up there with Street Sense. Which
He
also
was
hosts-
on.
Which
He was
also had
on.
Don
He was
over
on.
it as well. Liam, you're next. on the
John
clock.
Candy.
You're going to draft John
Nice
Candy.
word.
I'll
Very
take
nice.
John
He's
Candy. What a
the
legend.
legend, John Candy.
You know where that is, Tyler?
Yep.
Okay.
Comedian.
He owned the Toronto Argonauts at a time.
Yeah, brought in
Well.
Rocket Ishmael.
It's true.
There's a pick.
He was working in Edmonton for a
You
while.
think I'm not taking pinball at some point?
Tyler, you're up next.
Back
Drafting.
to backs.
Yep, 2 picks.
I'm going to take maple syrup. Shout out to Sam Carrick.
Nice.
And I'm going to take loonies and toonies.
Loonies and Toonies.
Oh, I don't want
we did say ahead of the show off the air that he could draft both at the same time. So, Loonies and Toonies are off the board. Liam, you're back on the clock.
Oh, jeez Louise.
French word or Canadiana to go along with your pick of John Candy and Poutin.
Putin?
He is picking Putin.
And
Piece of
John,
Canadian,
John Candy.
Trying to win elections.
Oh, what are those chips called?
Ruffles.
Ketchup chips?
Ketchup chips.
Is that what you're looking for?
Ketchup chips.
Delightful.
I don't even like them, but that's Canadian, I believe.
That's good.
Not like
Good. Bagged milk.
I'm going to go with roll up the rim.
Ooh.
but to be fair, Roll of the Rim has gone down
That's
recently.
actually really true. Was
Not on this show?
no,
Okay, sure.
no, it's not. It's just that they went digital and
Yeah.
we've lost
Well,
the
it's 'cause
ability
a
to
certain
roll.
thing happened
I
for a
know.
year where we didn't leave our house, you know? You couldn't
But
be
you've lost that.
swapping over a spittled.
You've lost that
cup.
ability to roll up the rim, and I need that. I'm trying to take down your team. That's all.
Well,
That's
whatever.
what I was trying to do.
My
winning.
pick
I'm winning.
is going to go ahead and grab the French word for win, gagne. And my other pick is going to be the Rocky Mountains.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to draft the Rocky Mountains.
I had that written down.
Thanks. Sorry, I picked
why-
twice. No,
yeah,
sorry,
why-
I jumped
no,
in the order. Rick,
I wasn't taking the
apologize.
Rocky Mountains. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
okay, all right, fair enough. So, Rick, you're up next after my pick of.
The snake draft has been compromised.
So how many? I've got 2 more, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm
You
done.
got, you've already picked your French word,
Yep.
so you've got 2 picks of Canadiana, and you're done.
And then I'm done. Okay. Well, Fraggle Rock.
Okay.
Growl.
Fraggle Rock.
Dance your cares away. Worries for another day.
Phone
The
call.
1996 men's 4x100 team.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Donovan Bailey was the anchor.
The 4x100
Bruni Cern.
team. I like it. I can't wait for Waz to put that on the back of your jersey. I'm gonna grab the Rocky Mountains off the board, and we'll go over to Ray or to Bag Milk.
I'm going to go with Drake.
Nice.
Period. Nothing attached to him.
Just
Drake.
straight up.
I think
Liam,
there is something attached to him.
There, yeah, I mean, there's a
Yes.
fucking rope.
Liam, your French word.
Per dance. Zzz.
What?
Dances?
Per P-E-D. No, wait, spell that wrong. P-E-R-D-A-N-T-E-S. That is the feminine version of the word losers.
Okay.
Because tonight they will be losers.
Okay.
And I will never forgive any of you for yelling at Andrea when we were in France for asking for a black coffee.
We're not doing this Paris thing again.
Why not? You asked me to pick a French word, I pick a French word. And I explain myself.
Tyler, to wrap up the draft, Tyler, you're going to go ahead.
Unbelievable.
This is my French word.
This is your French word. To go along with Caesars,
Oh.
Loonies and Toonies and maple
Oh, we get
syrup.
it over the. We're gonna get it.
I'm
Right.
trying to get the pronunciation.
All right.
Huile.
Huile. French word for oil.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Wheel.
I'm gonna get you to spell that for me after the show.
Huile.
Huile.
Really?
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. And that is the end of another round.
What do we
of
got here?
Dan's
What are the
Trivia.
options over there, Dan? Who's the team that you want to draft, fair listener?
Tyler drafted Caesars, John Candy. Nope, sorry. Tyler drafted.
Here, how about everyone just goes and says their team?
I
Yeah,
don't remember.
I don't remember what I
picked.
said.
Oh,
Okay.
I forgot.
Okay, never
Tyler,
mind.
what did you draft? Go ahead.
Caesars, maple syrup, loonies and toonies. Ugh.
Rick drafted Trailer Park Boys,
Hey,
Fraggle
boo.
Rock, 1996 4x4 100 team, and the French word. And
4
the
by
French word.
100. 4 by 100.
That's what I did. 4x100 team. Yes.
They were all a truck.
And your French word was le bout.
Hey,
but
boo.
Yelled it, yeah. Bagged milk, you drafted Tabernac, and then Jonavision,
Yep.
Drake, and Roll Up the Rim
Fucking
Time.
right. So I got a good team here.
Liam drafted Poutine, John Candy, Ketchup Chips, and Perdantes. I drafted
Yep.
Rocky Mountains, Letterkenny, Toronto Blue Jays, and Gagne. And is that it? I think that's it. I went through everybody. Yeah, we did it.
Well, they have
I wish it was
folks.
longer. I had more options.
Yeah.
I could've gone for a
Penny
while.
Alexiak would have been a good one.
Alex Trebek.
Oh, that would have been a good
fantastic.
one. Yeah, that would have been
Zella.
I
I was
also
also
had
going to say DeGrassi was on my
good.
list.
Wayne Gretzky. Oh, we're going to do hockey.
raccoons,
Son of a gun.
Yeah,
Raccoons, yep. That would've
but
been
just
good.
the animal, not the cartoon.
curling.
Yeah,
Ah,
Curlin
although
would've
it
been
was
a good one.
invented in Scotland.
Yeah, but we own it. The Donair.
The
I have all these ones. I had to get them out of my chest.
the Greek donair.
Denim. And all dressed chips. The worst of the all chips.
There you go.
You
That,
could
that's
listeners
from the Lisa Evans draft.
Yeah.
Listeners can let us know what they would have drafted.
She took
from
all
the
dressed 3
undrafted.
times.
yeah, make your own team.
You can make your own team out of the undrafted options.
Don't copy
Frayed
us.
jeans. That's also in her options. Not
Pull
a,
together, Lisa.
it was not
You hear
frayed.
this?
It was not a jean string.
She's too busy folks fixated on some of the local media. Sultry.
Yeah.
Oh, and the
Sultry.
Nanaimo bars.
Oh, fantastic.
I
Bagged
don't
milk.
'em.
Northern Lights.
Bagged milk. I could have drafted myself.
The whole family.
Gang's all here.
The Moose.
Mark Messier?
Lacrosse.
Bannock.
Bannock is delicious.
Beaver tails.
Okay, you didn't type these all down. I think you just Googled something. You're reading.
I
off
did.
those-
I said
reading it.
iconic
Yeah.
Canadian
He's
things.
literally looking at Canadiana on Google.
Tyler, you got some odds up, do ya?
I do for our friends at
I'm going to read
Bet99.
this here plug for you. #1 online gaming experience in Canada, built by Canadians for Canadians. Elevate your experience at Bet99. Experience Bet99 same game parlay, player props, flash bet markets. You get your fast payouts and smooth transactions and top tier customer service, provided you are 19 plus. You can play responsibly, and you are not a person in Ontario. Tyler wanted to walk through some futures here for our friends at Bet99. What do you got?
Hart Trophy.
Ooh,
We're in the last month of the regular season here. 12, 15 games to go for a lot of teams. Nathan McKinnon is starting to run away with this thing, -210. Connor McDavid's in second at +440. So that would mean if you were to convert that to a percentage, working on my calculator, internet's going slow, plus
Calculators need
440.
internet.
Well, no, it's because I have to Google it. An 18.52% chance is what Bet99 is giving Connor McDavid to win the Hart Trophy.
what are the odds?
+440. Higher or lower than 18.52% chance 97 wins another Hart?
I think, well, it's higher than 18%, but I don't think it's high enough to win just because, one, I think Nathan McKinnon, this is his year, if I'm betting.
Feels like they want, like, the story's written for McKinnon to get his finally.
There's also voter fatigue, whether or not they want to admit that that's a thing.
Yeah, just because they're so close this year, I don't think Connor's going to get that nod.
Yeah.
I think this year really has been Nate's
Yeah, I think it's McKinnon.
individual year, whereas this year I think Connor's been more. And it sounds terrible, but it's been that team thing for him this year. So this is the year where I think you see Connor and the Oil win the cup, and Nate get the Hart, as opposed to when he's flopping it around when they were out there winning. I think Connor took that too, right? So.
Nathan McKinnon for the old boys down at this end of the table.
Yeah, like, I just think there's also an element when it comes to the Hart Trophy of Connor McDavid going up against himself a bit, right? And this is not far from the most dominant season we've seen from Connor McDavid. It's still a great year, man. He's going to have 120-some points probably, like all that stuff. It's unreal. but it's not what we got last year. And
Yeah.
I think Connor McDavid, to win a Hart Trophy for this year, the rest of his career, he needs to be a step above everyone else, and he needs to be in his own category in terms of production, like all on his own for him to win it now. And this year, Nate's having a great year. So
If he
it goes to him.
flipped them, then I think he'd be fine. But like Nate's still probably got him by 7-8 points right now.
Yeah,
huh?
he does. And I know
Yeah,
Connor
yeah.
has some games in hand, but yeah, it's gonna be real hard for Connor to catch him for even the Rocket or for the Art Ross.
Who's next? Lehman?
What were the odds again? Could you remind me? Sorry, McKinnon's a favorite, right?
Minus 210, then 440 for Connor,
It's not even fun
550.
to bet on, though. Like, I'm
No.
not betting on minus 210.
550 for Cooch, 1250 for Austin.
Matthews is too high. Yeah, I think it's McKinnon's to lose. To be honest.
Yeah.
He's having a career year. Sometimes you just got to give credit to a guy.
Yep.
And he's the one who showed up in a big way on Saturday night when it was Connor versus McKinnon, right?
Yeah.
He's having a good year. I think
He's
it's going to be
having a
Nathan McKinnon. Former Halifax Moosehead, Dan.
Correct.
I know it's very exciting.
You live there?
I did live
Oh.
there. I had season seats the year that he went to the Memorial Cup Finals.
Who you got for a Hart Trophy over there?
I don't think that it's a bad thing to say that Nathan McKinnon has been the best player on his team, and if you remove Nathan McKinnon from that team, I don't think they're where they're at. So I don't think necessarily could be the same could be said about McDavid this year, especially. So I just think it's just kind of a no-brainer, and that's why the odds are so stinky.
If Connor had 20 more goals, this is not a conversation, probably. But his goal scoring is down probably from where he'd like it. Assists are all there.
Thanks a lot, Zach.
Way to go,
nice
Zach.
one, Zach.
Although he is in line. How many assists does Connor have? Somebody got
Over
his
80.
stats right now? Because if he hits 100, there's only 3 players in NHL
Yeah,
history
that's-
have ever done it before.
Hit 100 assists.
Yep.
Gretzky did it like 11 times.
It was
Gretzky did it like
Gretzky-
every year of his career.
Gretzky, Lemieux, and
Bobby Orr, I think?
Bobby Orr.
Thornton? No,
No, Bobby Orr.
I think Joe Thornton did it.
Yeah.
Because
100
Connor is the first guy to go back-to-back 80-plus assists since Joe did it in
So
05,
yeah,
6, 7 or
it's
something like
13. It's happened 13 times in NHL history.
that.
100
11 more than
assists.
one.
11 were Wayne, 1 was Mario, 1 was Bobby Orr.
Can you imagine though Bobby Orr fucking putting up 100 assists from a defenseman? Like, what is going on?
It was
Joe Thornton put up
1960
92
something.
assists.
Well,
in
half
his
the
year.
teams couldn't skate. I understand.
Yeah.
that. They all had tube skates on. I know.
Couple of quick hitters from our friends at Bet99 before we wrap this up.
Let's do it.
To win the Pacific Division in the regular season, the Oilers' odds have closed in on Vancouver. They were as high as plus 550 at points over the last 3 weeks. They are now down to plus 260 to cover this thing. Interesting. Another one for you, because I know Liam will like this one. Vegas Golden Knights, 7-1 to miss the playoffs.
They're missing.
Take it.
Really? What did you get Oilers Cup odds at?
Plus 1,400 and 1,500, something like that.
That's a nice little bet by Rick earlier in the season.
Thank you.
Going to cash that in a few short months. And
Really
the
fun.
donaires are on Rick when that goes through.
I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I will be in the pool at the legislature. It's not a pool, it's a fountain. That's where I'll be. We're going to take a quick break here, and then we're going to bring Waz in. We're going to help him learn about the world around him. It's time for... Can you clear that up for me? For our friends at Snow Valley Aerial Park and the Rainbow Valley Campground, it's time for Waz's signature segment. What are you looking at over there? You got furrowed brows. Did I do something wrong?
You didn't mark on audition. You got to click over there. We're on OBS. There you go.
This is what happens
Nice
when I'm the double
Executive
producer.
Have it.
Double producer, double mic, double screen, double click. All right. For our friends at Snow Valley Aero Park and Rainbow Valley Campgrounds, time for, can you clear that up for me? Snow Valley Aero Park opening up May 31st. Family fun all summer long. Attractions include the Aerial Tower, the White Mud Creek Mining Company, Target Golf, which I'm mostly excited about, and the all-new mini golf, which I'm also excited about. Who doesn't have a... Everybody has a good time with mini golf, Liam.
I always do.
Creekside East will be open for snacks and refreshments. Watch for on-hill events all summer long. And if you're looking to do some camping, the Rainbow Valley Campground is for you. Take advantage of over 60 sites and 3 comfort camping domes right here in the city. It is Edmonton's only campground. Visit rainbow-valley.com to book your spot. Do a little camping right here in the big city. Waz?
I also enjoy camping. I just want to point that out. It's very enjoyable. I have to add that. I don't camp in the city, but maybe I will now.
Do you want us to clear that up for you, Waz?
I had to clear that up, you know. So starting off here, did the Oilers Avalanche game prove that the Oilers can't keep up with the Avs, possibly in a 7-game series?
Did you say they can't?
Yes. Does it prove they can't or cannot? Ah, you got me confused now, Rick. Thank you
They
so much.
cannot.
No, it did not prove that they can't. It proved that they can play with them.
Yeah, I think that, Nuge scores a breakaway. We're not talking about this. There's a couple of, who hit the crossbar? Kane?
Kane.
Yeah.
There's a couple of instances where that was
Georgiev
just a
played
really
well.
fun, good hockey game. Those are two good teams going at it.
We lost to them in overtime.
And pretty much every game between the two has been incredibly tight over the last couple of years. So, yeah, I think anyone who's sitting there being like, oh, the Oilers can't keep up, they're really not paying that much attention. The Oilers have been one of the better teams in the regular season now for months.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to add. The Oilers are the best.
Would you say people are just kind of overanalyzing that one game, basically?
No, that's
Yeah.
incorrect because you can't. Yeah,
I don't think
analyze
there's
it all
much
you
to
want.
take
Nothing,
away.
nothing about that game said that they're that much further ahead of us. They scored with under a second to go in overtime.
Was there not a point where the shots were like 20-9 for the Oilers in
Yes.
that game? Come on.
Come on.
Next up, this one's a little different, more so of a question, but there's word that the NHL is considering a behind-the-scenes series for players. What past or present Oilers deserve a documentary that haven't received one yet?
Connor and Leon together.
Oh, but Rick, give me a good behind-the-scenes guy who's real interesting off the ice.
Well, if they could do like a last dance kind of thing, it would never happen, but to the Oilers end of their cup run kind of thing, going for that last one maybe.
But
Without Gretzky.
They're doing more of like what the NFL
No,
has.
I know, but I'm just saying if I got to pick a documentary, I'd want to say that's what I would want.
So we just got to pick players? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know.
I think that who's the most... I want somebody interesting. I just don't know that Connor and Leon would be that much fun to watch.
Brizgalov.
Yeah, I think there'd be weird things, but if you want to pick the Oilers, the ones that you want to watch the most, I would have to say it's probably... Got a couple options here, I guess. I'm probably going to go with a group and go with the Fogel, Bush, McLeod
I was going to
trio.
say that'd be a fun little, a younger group of watch them. Remember when they were golfing last summer and they were
Yeah.
all getting after it and Dylan Holloway, I think, went live? I'd watch that.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely. That's what I'm sticking with.
I would just stay away from the star players. I think they're going to be boring.
I would like one, if I had to pick another fun one, Yakupov.
That's actually a great shout.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe also Vincent Desharnais, actually, thinking about it.
We.
If you go back and do one with Sheldon Surrey in his time in Edmonton, that would have been an interesting
You
documentary.
going to sit in the hospital with them?
Well, they would have
team sure
documented
didn't.
some stuff.
It'll be an interesting biopic, I think. Sheldon Surrey.
Ryan Whitney. No reason for that.
That'd be good.
Last one here. Are Oilers fans expecting too much from Adam Henrique right now? I'm already seeing people say that he needs to step up.
Yes.
I just think people are being impatient. His wife just had a baby 9 days for the trade deadline. He's living in a different
Still not
country.
here.
She's still not here. That's hard on a guy coming to a new team. He's back playing center. He was playing left wing for a couple of months in LA. In Anaheim. Give him time. Just give him time.
We brought him here to help in the playoffs. As long as he steps up in the playoffs, that's all I care. He doesn't have to do shit right now.
Gregor in the GDB today at Oilersnation.com did a really nice breakdown on both Adam Henrique and Sam Carrick being without their families for the last, couple weeks now?
They have their dogs, though.
And just, that's tough on a guy. And they go, you know what? They miss their family. You saw the clip from Henrique on Saturday night, Hockey Night in Canada. He just had a baby. The guy probably misses his family. So I'm giving him some patience. On the Daily Face-Off live trade deadline special, even Colby Cohen said, listen, don't give a guy a couple of weeks to settle in a little bit before you really start judging what they do.
Can you stop talking about the trade deadline? Liam doesn't want us to.
Yeah, you want to stop
Sorry,
speaking of it.
You're getting piled on today. And
I
most of
just-
it's me, but
I just want people to have a logical thought process around it all.
And I think that's where I was actually as much as I was joking, I think that's just, it's not Henrique's fault that he was
Yeah.
acquired for a first round pick. That's just where fans kind of, I think, default to.
Last one for Liam. Can you clear this up for me? Can you throw a football properly? I'm done.
Yeah, go pass me one and then walk the other way. See if I can hit you in the back of the head. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I did.
What a knobhead. You're right.
I did send Waz video that I had taken of you where I edited out all the made
The ones
shots.
I hit.
and
I'm actually
just
good at
put
that
it together.
game. Not as good as Tyler, I'll fully admit, but I can play.
That is one
I
of your
can ball.
co-hosts really getting after you.
I'll
An
give
auction for Oilers
rough.
Nation every day.
unbelievable.
NationGear.ca. Go check that one out.
You could see Waz get pelted by a football by
Yeah.
Liam.
The
It
winner of
won't
that
be a
auction.
football. It'd be that cricket ball that
I was going to say, Sean wants to
The
throw a
winner of the
cricket
auction has
ball.
to sit between
somebody needs to do it.
Lehman and Waz.
I could not sit next to Waz for an hour. I couldn't do it.
Yes, you can.
I couldn't.
Yes, you can.
He drives me. He just does so many comments. I'm like, what is happening? Like the three
Who's in-
towels thing.
Who's in charge of?
Like the three towels thing doesn't make sense because
So if
he
you don't
doesn't
know,
even use three towels.
so if you don't know, on the weekend, Saturday specifically, Waz texted me randomly. He goes, "Hey, random question for you. How many towels do you use after you shower? Because sometimes I use 3."
He lives at home.
yes, and
We
he's-
So
went
there's
through
a
this
there's a
with him the
lot
other
to
day.
unpack.
Well,
here.
because I mean, he said he uses. Go ahead and explain how he uses them because this is my
I
issue. This
still
is my
don't
issue
understand
here.
how he uses them.
includes a bath mat.
One he just doesn't have a bath mat, so he puts it on the floor.
But then he said the other day he has a bath mat, but it's
But
not
it's
that
not really.
good.
It's one of those small ones that's in front of the sink.
That's not a bath mat.
That's not a
Waz.
bath mat.
I don't think I believe that because I don't believe that his parents are gonna have. I don't believe his mother's gonna have a house where she doesn't have a bath mat. I don't think I've gone to anyone's.
I've got the photos. I got the receipts. There ain't no bath mat in there.
He
Playboy.
could have moved it for the like. I want you to text mom and ask mom because I just feel the majority of. I don't know how you guys have been to a lot of moms' houses. Moms always have that stuff in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's always there. It might be in the dryer the day that he came out of the shower. He needed 3 towels.
Because I imagine that he wraps one around his head, like you know
little-
when girls do that, and they
Yeah.
do like the
And then
little
he
That
twisty
wraps
also
one-
twist.
makes no sense.
And then he wraps one around the top half of his body.
Yeah, the top half
and
of
the
the
lower
body.
half.
Then he starts Winnie the Poohing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he Pooh Bears it. Or Waz just got a big old missile, you know.
He's got a Drake.
Oh, we're not doing that.
Maybe he just needs a.
But that's so part of it was he
That's
goes,
one
I
towel?
need one for my
And this
lower
all
body,
just
one
got
for my
cut
upper
out of the
body.
episode.
Why?
No, he said his back.
That makes little sense.
He needed one for the one for the lower, one for the back, and one for because he had to stand on it. It's like first of all, just dry yourself off in the tub.
Yeah, that like a normal person.
You
Yeah.
guys don't have air dryers in your bathrooms?
Yeah, it's like at the end of a car wash. I just walk through the door slowly and it.
Maybe one towel's to floss.
Oh, gross.
I'm thinking out loud here. He doesn't do his own laundry. I have
fair.
a floss towel.
It's fair. I mean, you gotta. You never
I
know.
just hope that my towel has amnesia between the day I shower
Every
and the
towel
next day
does.
when I use it. I'm a 1 towel per annum guy. Everybody knows it. 1 towel. That's all you get.
One towel per what?
Annum.
Ah.
Yeah. Guys, let's wrap up the podcast here. Let's do the score prediction. Tonight, the Edmonton Oilers face off against Les Canadiens de Montréal. Liam, how's the pronunciation there?
yeah, perfect.
Thank you. Nation Dan, score prediction.
I'm going to say 5-2 Edmonton Oilers.
Lehman.
I will go with a nice 4-1 epic victory royale for Edmonton.
Royale with cheese. Tyler Ramchek.
Royal pizza. Put that
He's
on
counting
my
right
list.
now on his hand. I really can't wait to see what he says.
How do you say 6 in French?
Sis.
6-3.
6-3 for
Huh.
Tyler. Will.
League's best backup goalie goes back-to-back shutouts. We win 4-0.
I'm going to say you got a 4-2 win coming. You're going to want to lock that one in at Bet99. Have a great week, everybody.